All right, welcome to an episode of At the Closing Table. Congratulations, guys, on buying your first home. I would like to start with you guys kind of giving a recap. I want to hear from your point of view how this whole process went from beginning to end.
I mean, it went a lot faster than I thought it would. I mean, I started off the year with the goal of buying a house because we've been living in my father's basement I've been living there since I was 18. She moved in there with me about 4 years ago. And I decided this year I'm buying a house. I'm doing it. I don't care how long it's going to take me. I figured it was going to take me like a year.
That was the vision. Yeah, and we're early March.
We're at early
March.
We didn't even start looking very seriously until I don't know, like the third week in January. I think we went to like
we saw probably 3 showings.
Yeah,
like 3 days of showings.
So we probably saw like 8 or 9 houses. I mean, it was just funny the way, I told you exactly what I wanted. And then you showed me this house that I have now bought. It was just the opposite of like everything. Like, I remember you said, you're not going to like it, but you're not going to like it, but I want you to see it. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, I love it. This is the one. This is going to be a great opportunity because, like I discussed with you, I want to be able to like turn it into a rental so I can start investing in property and like take care of my future and something like that. And this house is gorgeous. And I think it's going to be perfect for that in the next couple of years. So I'm very, very happy.
Nice.
And it was super quick once we started it. Like, it was like, they have other offer in hand. What do you guys want to do? And then ball rolled, like immediately full force ahead, which was awesome. So nice to not have to worry about going and looking at more, honestly.
Yeah, kind of like a first attempt at it, at that first house that you guys were interested in, the end of like 15 offers, whatever. But we kind of had like a test of what it will look like. So when the time came, you guys really loved the house. We were able to execute and not be like stalling or slowing down in the process. And the market gets pretty competitive. So you need to act quick. It doesn't feel quick when you're prepared. And that's what I try to get you guys to do. Right, seeing as many houses as possible and giving you guys as much information so you guys can make a sound decision. And yeah, like you said, I feel like when we started, you were looking for like almost like a dream home.
Yep.
In a sense, a yard, a backyard, and like a garage and everything. But when we came up to this house, it was almost like this is the perfect setup for your next house and potentially the one after that, because we were able to do a lower down payment. We were able to get a $10K closing credit, which will set you guys up for the next purchase and buy you guys some time.
Exactly.
And I think that's a very smart thing to do. Take a step back in the beginning for multiple steps forward in the future.
Exactly.
So some other components that came in and helped us out in this deal was Matt Tran over at Total Mortgage. How was he in this process?
He answered every time I called him, no matter what time of the day he answered, or if he didn't, he would call me back. I called him the other day asking him about this, and he was in a meeting. He called me back like 2 minutes later, and I was driving down the road in my backhoe, and he's like, "Yeah, what do you need? I'm sorry I missed the call." So he's been like that. He's been perfect. He's been great, especially with all the
any answers that we've needed. He's direct to the point, no beating around, always direct with it, which is good because you don't want,
especially those stuff like this. There's a million things I still don't know about buying a house. I just signed a whole bunch of stuff. It's all gonna work out, but he was great answering any questions I had, just like you guys have all been very good with me, answering questions I've had. So I have nothing but good things to say.
Nice. And then we also got you an inspection, which is great because we're right in the beginning of the spring market. And typically, I'm telling you right now, like my other deals, nobody's getting an inspection because it's so competitive. That's another bonus of when we were shopping, we were able to avoid this chaos that's happening right now. We had Chris G at Alpha building inspections. How was he in this process?
It was great. I mean, they took us through every facet of the house. They went in pretty much every nook and cranny. You hear about people, they say like, "Oh, we're going to waive the inspection if we can get the house." I understand that a lot of people do that. And, what do I know about, buying a house? Like to think I know a little bit more. But when you suggested to me, I think it'd be a good idea to do the inspection. Like it would probably be perfect. Inspections is probably usually always a good thing. And I'm glad that we did because, found a couple of things that could be improved upon the house, and it was. And all both those guys were great. It was a great process.
And then, so as a result of the inspection, we found a couple of things, brought those back to the seller, some structural issues and some systems issues, and they fixed all those components.
Yes.
And they did it so quick.
They did it very quick.
It was like Friday to Monday, everything was done.
Yeah, for title and attorney. We had Rick over at DR Law and Nest Title. How are they in this process?
I mean, they were great. Yeah, I mean, everything was great, and I had to make a better habit of checking my email. So most of the time, all I was getting was spam, so I had to make a better habit of it. Anything I'd miss, I'd go back and check. You know, she would check in with me. Did you get this? Did you get that? But yeah, they were very, very good, very communicative, and answered any questions I had if anything came up. So
Yeah. And then very lastly, how was I in this process?
I agree. I couldn't be happier. You know, I mean, and I like to think that we also were pretty good. We wanted to be a little aggressive. I wanted to get this done
Which you were
quick. And
great with.
You were great with it.
Anything that we told you that we wanted or we needed or we were looking for, you were able to throw right in and say, all right, like you were saying, like we wanted Endgame, and obviously wasn't what we went with, but being able to show us the differences and everything when we really had no clue going into it was really nice. And knowing like, okay, yeah, you can definitely own this, but do you really want to own this right now when you can have this and have something even more in the future? So it was good to be able to see the different levels and kind of like peel them back and get to like the root of everything, which you did.
Yeah, I don't like making decisions, right? My idea is that I want to give you guys as much information as possible so that you guys can make a sound decision. I'll compliment you guys on that. You're really good at absorbing information because I threw a lot at you guys, and like most of the times, like I have to repeat it multiple times for them to actually like absorb the information. But you guys took it, ran with it, and I think that's a huge component of why we're here today.
One of the biggest things for me was when you showed us this house, because I'm never gonna forget it when you're like, you're not gonna like it, but our short anyway. And you know, I remember we were upstairs, and I asked you, what do you think about this could be a rental property in a couple of years? Like, this is the house to get us to like the dream home or something like that. And you were like, that is exactly why I want to show you this house. And I was like, great. Me and you were on the same page. We both know exactly what we want to get out of this. Like, this isn't the end. You know, I plan on doing, you're gonna hear from me.
1st of May.
You know, this is the 1st of May. This isn't, you know, we're going to shake hands and go separate ways. As soon as you said that, and you like, I saw like the look on your face, and you're like, oh, this kid gets it. I was like, this guy gets it. We get it. We're very, you know, we're very compatible like that. And I think that's very important. I think I'm very lucky that, you know, it all this shaked out how quickly and easy that it did. So
Perfect. Hey, congratulations very much.
Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.